Well, do you want me to turn around at the back so you can have a look at the back as well?
Why not?
I don't pull these cables too much. Well, as I said, once I bought the rack, it didn't have the rear rails. I got one of them, these two rails for free somewhere. And then I picked up two, they're all 19-inch rack mount. That's the way to go with these things because they're just easy to mount everything on. Then I picked up two of these shelves. Didn't have to drill any holes because I already had the holes built into the bottom of them. When I added the fan because I knew the HF was going to get hot, I didn't have to mount that with any bolts. It just so happens cable ties went straight through, and you can see that's not going anywhere either. And I've seen a lot of people in the States when they've made these things, they use the, I think they call them the MFJ rig runners, for mounting all the radios on for separate fuse blocks and everything. I couldn't understand why they do that because all my cables and leads have got fuses on them anyway. So yeah, it's probably a little bit untidy having them all off like that, but they're out of the way, and I've only got one set of fuses to worry about. All these cables here, I tried to tidy them up a little bit better than that, but they didn't like bending too much, and they're actually for the signalling, for the digital interface. But anyway, it's chucked up out of the way the best I can, and yeah, it's all good. The only other mod I'd like to do, I want to get a blank plate, put across the back here, and then put tails, permanent tails, on the back of all the radios, and then just have them like these tails here. Instead of having them in too far like that, and this one, I'd like to have them permanently to a blank plate, and then I'll just name them across the back, and then I'll just screw all the antennas rail on the back here instead. Yeah. I think that will tidy it up a lot. And then only after talking and thinking about it yesterday, though it's only on 240 at the moment, I was thinking about maybe getting a DC changeover switch so I can have some DC cables with clamp onto a battery or whatever to go real portable, and then switch over to the AC if I want to, and I've got AC power bar. Yeah, no, I'm pretty happy with it the way it's done at the moment. That's good because it gives other people ideas that they want to build them as well. And the great thing about it, I can mod it as much as I want. Nothing's actually, welded in as such. I can move these if I want to change them around. It's just a matter of taking them out, pulling these shelves out, and changing all the radios around. Same as like the front as well. If I don't like the only reason why I decided to put the HF down the bottom, it was going to go up the top here, is if you're doing a lot of DXing and competitions, it'll be really difficult after a while if you're resting your hand here going around doing the channels up here. I've seen a lot of people have problems with doing that. And the worst comes to the worst, I could get the extension kit for these and just yeah, and then just I have seen you can get the mounting kits for them. Like my 706 I've got at home, I've actually found a tiny little tripod, it only stands about that high, for microphones, for broadcasting, FM broadcasting at radio stations, and it just so happens the base is actually fitted on one of them absolutely perfect. Anyway, fun and games. It's fun to play with and things like that. So yeah.
How many hours would you have spent putting it all together, Dave?
Week. No, it took me about 3 months thinking about it, and then when the case finally turned up, it probably only took me about 2 hours to do the whole lot because I roughly knew what I was going to do when it finally turned up, and I had this shelf ready to go, and everything just mounted in really nicely. There's only one little hassle I had.
Did you tell them about you stack another one on that?
Yeah, they're all stackable, all these cases, if you buy more of them. And everything else is bolted in. That's all bolted in. They're all bolted in, and that's the only thing that's actually double-sided tape because they didn't have any areas for mounting brackets off the side, and I wasn't going to get that keen to pull it apart and screw inside it, the same as the signalling, definitely no. But they're solid as with double-sided tape, they're not going anywhere. And to mount that underneath the UHF, because obviously it's a smaller bracket, being a UHF crappy CV, I didn't really care. I actually took the bottom case off and bolted the bracket for that through the lids for that, and then screwed it back on the radio again. So that's actually supporting the whole lot. Yeah, fun and games. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it.